What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad and MPL fans alike? My name is Dan, otherwise known as Danekii, and welcome to the last week of the Major Pokemon League Season 3 regular season. Now, this is a little bit of another meme battle against Rouge of the Grimsby Grimers, or Grimsby... is it the Grimsby Town Grimers? Well, as we know it in this league, it's Grimsby Grimers. I think he told me it was Grimsby Town, but that's not that important though. But this is the last match of the season, and I have a chance of making playoffs. I'm in the race ahead of Cypher right now, but depending on how this match goes and how the match between him and Blake goes, we might be moving on, or we might be moving on into playoffs and facing Rouge again next week, or we're completely eliminated, and either of is perfectly fine by me, because you guys know the drive that I have with leagues and stuff. I know I'm enjoying VPL and stuff. There's reasons for that, but when it comes to MPL, I'm kind of worn out, and I'm starting to lose out on the meme sets as well. So some of these sets are kind of funny, some of them aren't. I'll say right now, the Latias and the Jolteon are pretty standard. I brought the Registeel from week 10, I think, the one against Dench, where it was Akaberry counter with Toxic and Zapcannon. Embor is a standard special Embor. Weavile is Specs with Blizzard, Focus Blast, Surf, and Dark Pulse, I think. Clefable is Stealth Rocks, Babiri counter, Meteor Mash, and Headbutt, I think I brought on it. And my Mega Latias is Calm Mind, HP Fire, Size Shock, and T-Wave, I think I brought. I'm not quite sure, I don't remember exactly my sets. But yeah, that's what I brought. Rouge brought his Mega Scizor, Thunderous T, or Thunderous Eye, I mean, that's the incarnate form. He brought the Beyblade Pokemon, Hitmontop, Umbreon, Susan Boyle's the Seismitoad, and Jimmy the Mamoswine. So without further ado, we're just going to kick off into this. So I want to give a huge shout out to Rouge though, because this is from his perspective, because I was cleaning out my computer and my battle went as well, so I was like, fuck, Rouge, and I didn't say the battle codes. I was like, Rouge, could you hit me up? And I know he can, so you see, we're in Tate and Liza's gym, and this looks hella clean, so huge shout out to Rouge for that, because this looks nice. And he killed the audio as well, so you guys can hear like the background sounds and stuff like that. I'm gonna see if I can increase that actually, so we have a little bit better noise. So Mega Scizor comes into the field right here, and he is looking clean as goddamn hell. So he is going to go for that U-turn, just going to show that off. And I wish I brought Dynamic Punch over Zapcannon on this Registeel, because Dynamic Punch is a lot better against Rouge's team than what Zapcannon is, because he has the Mamoswine and the Susan Boyles. But I'm going to drop that Gravity right here though, and I'm about to be very disappointed, okay? I'm about to be very disappointed. Because Rouge is going to go for Rolling Kick, he's Technician Boosted, which is pretty cool. But this, I missed Zapcannon in Gravity, but I guess it makes up for hitting Zapcannon outside of Gravity against Cypher. But I'm going to switch into Latias, as he's going to go for another Rolling Kick, and that isn't going to do anything, because this is one of the mons that I invested pretty decently, and I figured he was going to switch, so I think I went for a Calm Mind right here. But we're going to see that Mega Evolution versus Mega Evolution action right here, and I'm just going to say right now, regardless of how this match goes and how Blake and Cypher's match go, I've been in love with Mega Latias. This Pokemon is so incredibly good, and I now understand why people banned this thing. Yes, yes, you need to prep for it and stuff, of course, but I understand why this thing gets banned. Because this thing is hella busted. Like, its bulk is ridiculous, its special attack is ridiculous, its coverage is mad, and of course we've seen Sucker Punch. But I go for HP Fire here and completely just knock out Scizor. I'm super sorry. I heard he had Silver Wind on this thing, which would have been hella hilarious to see. But he's gonna switch into Umbreon right here. Victoria the Umbreon. I'm just gonna go for another Calm Mind, just kind of scouting what this thing wants to do. And yeah, so I think this Umbreon set up a Curse right here. This Umbreon set was kind of special. From what I saw and I remember, he was Curse, Sub, Baton Pass, and Sucker Punch. So pretty interesting set on Rouge's part right there, but he plays it really well because he figured I would attack this turn, so he's going to click that Sucker Punch button, and that is going to do, well, basically nothing that too. But my only offensive move is HP Fire that I can hit this thing with, so that, I guess that was kind of poor prep on my part for bringing a, I guess, real Latias set. But I face Rogue again next time, so he's not going to be sure, you know, how I want to run my Lottie, or if I'm even going to bring my Lottie next time. So, you know, I haven't started prepping yet, so I'm not quite sure what I want to do next time. But I'm going to bring in my Registeel here as he goes for another curse. And this thing's starting to become quite a threat, because it's +2, +2, -2. And I didn't know yet that this thing had sub, so I was like, okay, it's fine, it's fine. I think I went for the Toxic here. Yeah, I did. I indeed went for the Toxic as the Umbreon sets up a substitute. And since this thing, since Registeel is a Steel type, it can't be Toxic, which is why Registeel is such a nice Pokemon in that sense. But I'm about to lose a huge amount of momentum right here because Registeel is too passive. And so what's going to happen right here is that he's going to set up a sub. And I'm thinking, what do? I can't touch this thing. I could go for Zap Cannon and just try to break the sub, but instead I go for Gravity. And realistically, I'm screwing myself over more than I'm screwing Rogue over, because nothing on his team is floating or levitates or flies or whatnot, I think, except for like Thunderous. So he's gonna send in Susan Boils, right? And I can't touch this thing. He's me on a sub. So I'm gonna withdraw, right? And I'm thinking, okay, so what do we go into? So I go into Bianca. And he goes for Earthquake. And I was like, wait. Now my Latias is grounded. So Latias falls to this. I completely, I was just shoving my face down my palm, like, what the actual crap. So I sent in Clefable here, and I was thinking, do I want to show, I think I want to get my rocks up. Because I know it's a meme, Hitmontopter probably doesn't have spin. And he's going to go for 8 Earthquake, and he's +2, there's nothing I can do about that, and he's just going to pop my Clefable. Because I brought max attack, max HP. Realistically, I should have brought defense, but what do you do? So, Susan Boyles is going to take lives. So I sent in, shout out to Jack, guys. He's been shouting me out in all his videos. And I felt like just being a little bit just an idiot. Because I don't like shiny Weavile. And it's the female, and it's pink. So I was like, you know what? I'm just an idiot. Because it's a spec set as well. And just an idiot would bring that. So I decided to bring out the Weavile here. And he's going to Power Up Punch me after I go for the Blizzard. So, yeah. I'm sorry, Weavile. One day I'll learn how to use you properly. I mean, Whirlpool worked out pretty fucking solid. Reduces on myself. So Johnny Blaze comes in here, and he's gonna do what Johnny Blaze does best. Focus Blast. Special Ambor, ladies and gentlemen, and capiche. Goodbye. Goodbye! Now in comes his, in comes a very interesting set. In comes, Gravity has returned to normal, of course, that's the thing. Now comes Wilbur. Wilbur the Mamoswine is in here. He's going to take some rocks damage. You guys can barely see the HP. But he's going to go for an Earth Power right here. And I calced it. I saw I could live it. And even if he was Life Orb, but he is not. He is Assault Vested based on this damage. I didn't think about Assault Vest in the battle, so I was like, oh fuck. this thing is like invested or whatnot. So I'm going to save Johnny Blaze right here. And I'm going to switch in to Steel Yo Agaro, the Registeel. Terrible switching realistically, but I was like, okay, it's time to sack this thing. He reveals the Ancient Power, so Rogue was going for all the boosts, so very interesting sets on his part. I guess I could have brought a little bit better memes, but I'm memed out after week 10 and week 11, man. I had a lot of fun with that, and I'm starting to run out of sets, so kinda sucks. Raikage comes in though, and all he's gonna do is like Gardevoir. He's just gonna yell at this Mamoswine like, die. And I think I got like a roll, or I think that was a roll or something, I haven't calculated it. But I got the roll in my favor. I'm guessing it might not have been a roll, but I got the kill at least, that's what matters. So in comes Raiden, and I'm gonna go for another Hyper Voice, and that is gonna do, god damn! If only just a little bit more, I could have at least like hit the differential a little bit closer. But I think there was no way I could have killed him anyways from 75%. I had to switch to make that, so I had to sack off and then start spamming Thunderbolt, which would have been realistically a better play. But Victoria is going to come in here, the Umbreon, and I'm going to go for one Hyper Voice because I calced I can take Sucker Punch, so it's perfectly fine. But he doesn't go for Sucker Punch, which has me a little bit worried. He goes for Curse, and at this point I cannot take a Sucker Punch. because a Sucker Punch does like 75 min at +1, and I'm sitting at like 55 or whatnot. I mean, we can't see the HP right now, but yeah, that's not 75, it's like 65 or whatnot. So I'm not able to take that, but this Victoria is really taking a toll right now, but I'm expecting him to go for the Sucker Punch. So I'm going to withdraw my Raikage and go straight into my Johnny Blaze just to sponge up this incoming Sucker Punch. And then I expected him to go for another one, just trying to play some mind games now. But I didn't really think about the toxic damage, so like I didn't pay into attention and the fact that he was cursed up. So I was like, okay, so he's probably gonna go for another one. So I'm gonna withdraw, and I'm gonna go into my Jolteon. And that was kind of a misplay right there. I should have stayed in, attacked, gone for Focus Blast, Scald, something like that, because he's gonna Baton Pass. And even so, I could have sacked up Johnny Blaze. If he stayed in Sucker Punch, he would have died. So that would have been a better play on my end, but I didn't really think clear. I was just afraid of losing Mons. But Johnny Blaze is already kind of dead, so I was like, so he's leftovers, Rolling Kick, Technician, and I was thinking, if he has Mach Punch right now, he just wins. So I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt, see how much it does. I know he's not Assault Vested, so I'm going to do goddamn a lot of damage. So I do like 70% maybe. He's going to easily take me out with a +1 Rolling Kick though, so Jolteon goes down. Very unfortunate, but Jolteon did well. I feel like I've used Jolteon decently when I've used it. But in comes Johnny Blaze, and I was thinking, okay, so maybe he doesn't have priority. Maybe that's the thing. But he has Bullet Punch instead of Mach Punch, and he's just gonna spin right around and knock out my Johnny Blaze with a Bullet Punch. So that is the game, and we lose to Rogue in a 3-0. Very unfortunate right there, but that leaves us at, what is that? I think we hit 6-6, pretty sure. I'm gonna go double check that right now for you guys. I think also the St. Louis save. Yeah, we hit 6-6 -6 differential. Based on how the game goes with Blake and Cypher, from what I know, I think Cypher won. I'm not quite sure. I can check the hub right now because it is pretty late. I haven't seen the game yet. So from what I can see, oh, would you look at that? Are you for real? So, Cypher, he is 6-6, he beat Blake, and he is also -6. I'm not quite sure what happened, but we got the playoff spot and Cypher didn't. From looking at things and stuff, I would assume it lies in, could be last 5, doubt it is that, could be divisional record, that makes sense. Divisional record, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense to be divisional record, since I have 5 wins and 5 losses when it comes to division. So I've beaten everyone in my division ones, and I've lost everyone in my division ones. While Cypher has lost twice to somebody. Who did he lose to twice? Oh yeah, he lost to Jordie. Well, he took the DMP against Jordie, and then he also so he took the DMP against Jordie, and then he lost to Rogue. So because of that, we're moving into playoffs, it looks like. So we'll be seeing Rogue again next week for round 1 of playoffs. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't happen, but at the same time, I'm not too upset. So we'll see if we can beat Rogue next week, potentially beat Blake after that, because Blake gets an off week because he's alone. Like, we're only going 6 people into playoffs, so with that, we'll see if we can get back our throne again after last season. You know, that squad was the goals best, and we'll see how it goes this time though. If we can make top 4, that'd be fun. Or, well, yeah, top 4, just those 2 and then those 2, yeah. So top 4 would be cool. Finals would be pretty decent. If we win again, I'd be actually pretty shocked, because even with the addition of Clefable, I think that this draft is a lot worse than my last one. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching though. If you guys have enjoyed the regular season, be sure to smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, because playoffs is just around the corner, and there's also VPL games every Friday, and I think I will try to start doing more regular content. like start doing more regular content on the channel, like possibly maybe free-for-alls, maybe some Wi-Fi battles again, just to try to get Spark. I want to do some LPs and stuff, but it's just going very stale right now, so we'll see how it goes. I have some edited projects up in the works, one of them, which might shock you guys, it's the Pokemon team tag thingamajigger. I've scripted it and stuff. I just need a backdrop, and then I can start editing that. I just need to record some audio and then do some stuff, and then I can then I'm gonna edit that, and then I'm gonna have that up for you guys. I also have a couple collabs in the back that I'm talking to some people, and they want to work. They contacted me and they want to work with me, so I'm working on some stuff there for one in September, and then I have one in October, so that's gonna be cool. And yeah, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. I'm really sorry that this video became so long as it did, but I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Yaga! Wait, there's no face cam. What did I tap? See you guys. Peace.